Beautiful cats and adorable kittens are irresistible, entertaining, and believe it or not, cats are the most popular pet in the world. When it comes to kitty versus puppy, our feline family members agree, cats are top dog. Perhaps it's because cats have secret powers. They're sleek, athletic, and almost invincible. And it seems like even though you can take the cat out of the jungle, you can't take the jungle out of the cat. But at the same time, they love their people, and these cute furry little creatures are just impossible to resist. Their antics are so adorable when they're kittens. And when they grow up, their hunting ability is really impressive. Yes, they can get a little testy once in a while, but it's all in good fun, as long as their people remember who is really in charge. And who doesn't love that adorable purr? Cats own the souls of their masters, even though their owners think they own these fascinating cute ones. We all know throughout the world there are dog people and there are cat people. Well, it turns out there are also dog countries and cat countries too. And when you add them all up, cats outnumber dogs around the globe. It's a surprising statistic to everyone but the cats. They aren't surprised at all that they win the popularity contest. There are almost 60 different breeds of cat. Some are entirely domestic. Some are a mixture of a wild animal and tamed ones. This is the tiny Singapura breed. She barely weighs 2 kilos when full grown. The playful munchkin cat gets his name from those really short front legs. And Maine Coons is the largest domestic cat breed. This guy's wondering, is it snack time yet? The Maine Coon cat easily weighs in at over 10 kilos and has earned the nickname as the Gentle Giant. Tabby cats are the most common kind of furry friends. Sweet little tabbies don't mind being house cats at all, as long as they have some climbing space and can look out over their big, beautiful world. For all their independence, some cats are totally devoted to their human masters and hate to be alone. They almost think they are people too. Other kitty cute ones love hanging out and playing with their feline friends. The more the merrier for these guys. And almost all cats seem to enjoy staying in touch with their natural wild side. Even though cats are the most popular cute ones, no one knows for sure just how long cats have been part of the human family. But it must be a very, very, very long time. Because as long as people have been telling stories and writing things down, pet cats have been part of the human story. During the age of the Egyptian pyramids, evidence shows cats were considered to be divine creatures. The Egyptian goddess Bastet, the goddess of love, was frequently depicted as a woman with the head of a cat. There were severe punishments for anyone injuring or killing a cat, and priests kept large catteries in their temples. Archaeologists have even uncovered a large cemetery filled with mummified cats. Why were cats so important, even way back in ancient times? Well, it has a lot to do with what happened when people stopped being nomads and started being farmers. The early farmers discovered that their crops attracted plenty of rats and mice. They couldn't seem to get rid of them until wild cats showed up. The ancestors of our cute pets were experts in keeping rodents away. So farmers enticed the wild cats to stay on the farm and hunt rats by offering them scraps of delicious treats. Cats are still great at keeping mice away, but over the centuries, people have learned these endearing cute ones have so many other wonderful qualities that make us love them so much. Their eyes, for example, are so beautiful and hypnotic, but they also have secret qualities that are just amazing. Take their vision. Cats are partially colorblind, seeing only the blue and yellow spectrum. To them, green and red appears to be gray. But they have another special kind of vision that people don't have at all. Their eyes can perceive ultraviolet light, opening up a world that's invisible to us. Here, a special camera shows what a cat sees. That blue stuff is actually another cat's scent trail, urine markings that can be detected with the cat's ultraviolet vision. They also have a huge advantage because of their excellent night vision. A special photoreceptive layer in their eyes detects all the tiny bits of light and reflects it into their retina. So after dark, a cat sees far better than us. And what their eyes can't catch, their whiskers definitely can. Not only do their whiskers look cute, they've also been described as the Swiss Army knife of the cat's sensory toolkit. They're like incredibly sensitive antennae, collecting all kinds of important info about their environment. Cats have about a dozen long whiskers on their pudgy cheeks, and also shorter whiskers above their eyes, on their chin, and also in a secret spot on the backs of their lower front legs. At the root of each of these long, stiff hairs is a super sensitive area called the follicle. When the kitty brushes her whiskers against an object, her inner computer calculates the precise location, size, and texture of whatever she's rubbing up against, even in the dark. This feature also comes in very handy for a cat trying to figure out whether it can fit into a tight space. And they never need a measuring tape. Whiskers also detect the slightest changes in air currents that might be made by an approaching friend or enemy. This helps our playful pets stay away from danger. Incredibly, cats never need to check the weather forecast. They have their own whisker warning system, alerting them when it's time to take shelter from a storm. So even though kitties can't read the newspaper or listen to the TV, they still know how to stay dry. Maybe that's why you never see a cat carrying an umbrella. Whiskers can also be a barometer of your cat's mood. If they're sticking out sideways, she's calm. If they're pushed forward, she's excited and alert. And if they're flattened against her cheeks, she's angry or scared. Oh, and keep in mind, these whiskers can be sensitive to the touch, and they should never be trimmed. You could end up with a disoriented, dizzy kitty. And all the precious pussies in the world have even more superpowers. Take those soft, pointy ears. They're not just scratchable, they're also precision microphones. Cats have 32 muscles in each ear that allow them to move independently to pick up all kinds of noises. Once they lock in on a sound, they can pinpoint the exact location of its source in just a fraction of a second. Plus, their hearing never shuts down, not even when they're asleep. So our fellow cats are always on alert, even if they look to us like they're dozing off. That watchdog could learn a thing or two from their feline friends. There's a common stereotype that cats are far less affectionate than dogs, that a cat can take it or leave it when it comes to affection from their people. But how do our aloof and independent cats actually feel about their human companions? Scientists have been figuring out the answer to this question and offer this advice. Cats have different ways of showing love than dogs, and here's what you need to look for. The upright tail is one of the clearest ways cats show their affection for us. Rubbing their owner's legs or nearby objects also indicates fondness. And an invitation to petting is a good sign. When a cat jumps on your lap, rolls on their back, or subtly maneuvers to make a body part more accessible, they want to be touched. When you pet your pussycat, it's more than just loving touch. You're creating a real bond that says, "Hey, cute one, we are family." And a lot of the time, you'll be rewarded with a signature purr that sets these sweetie pies apart from other animals. But surprisingly, purring doesn't always mean your cat is content. Some continue to purr even when their body language tells us they're angry. A purring cat also may actually be anxious or hungry. A recent study found that cats, when hearing the voice of their owner, orient their heads and ears towards the sound. Also, their pupils dilate, which the researchers say is a sign of excitement. Another experiment found that cats have good memories. They seem to remember acts of kindness and lovingly return the affection even days or weeks later. Over the years, humans no longer needed cats in their homes to hunt for mice. But those hunting instincts never fade. Today, cat stalking behavior is more cute than threatening. And not to mention, it's lots of fun to watch. And joining them in their hunting games never gets old for the cat or the owner. Missy loves to play, and she's even learned a few tricks. It usually seems like cats find training to perform tricks kind of beneath their dignity. But with a bit of patience and a lot of good motivation in the form of tasty treats, Missy learned how to high five. And leap over obstacles on command. It usually takes a lot longer to teach tricks to cats than dogs. Not because they're not as smart, but because they don't really care about putting on a show. They don't mind practicing most of the time, but when it comes right down to it, kitty cute ones would much rather snuggle and be treated like the kings and queens they believe they are. Missy's pretty talented, but she'll take treats over tricks any day. And here's one more amazing feat that cats have learned from humans, and all cats do it. Falco here is a Bengal cat. Bengals are a very active and intelligent breed. They love to play and explore, and very little escapes their attention. Returning from a morning stroll, Falco was rather hungry. So it's time to employ that age-old trick that cats learned, so they can communicate with us. Surprisingly, meowing is not an instinctive behavior. Cats develop this vocalization specially to express their needs to humans. Falco the Bengal cat knows that meowing up a storm works. She's munching on a snack. But one is simply not enough. It's time to figure out where the owners keep the stash. As a 10-month-old, Falco has no trouble reaching the food in the fridge. So clever and daring. And isn't it funny how much like her people she is? Even washing up after a hearty meal. Nice manners, cute one. Another fascinating fact about cats is that they are basically fearless. Daring exploration is definitely their thing. They effortlessly move through their world, gracefully climbing and totally unafraid when it comes to heights. Of course, we all know the old saying that cats have 9 lives. Well, it's kind of true. If a cat falls, even from high in the air, they have remarkable abilities to save themselves. Along the route to certain doom, they can perform safety maneuvers to reduce the impact and land securely on all fours. In just 1/10 of a second, a falling cat can determine which way is down, then twirl in the air and slip into crash position. She arches her body and spreads her limbs, almost acting like a parachute. The stretching legs and flexing back absorbs the impact. This astounding instinct has been embedded in cats for thousands of years. Even kittens as young as 7 weeks make this look as if it was no problem at all. Meet Ella. She's a city girl with an amazing story that proves the old wives' tale about 9 lives. Ella lives on the 19th floor of an apartment building, and she loves to look out the window. One sunny day, she stepped out on the ledge to enjoy some fresh air. Then she lost her balance, and one small slip sent Ella hurtling towards the pavement, 40 meters below. If Ella was a human, she'd be a pancake now, but she's alive and well. But since she's a cute kitty, her instincts took over, and her feline superpowers left her with only a few minor injuries. It was a miraculous conclusion, and Ella's no dope. She still likes the view from the window, but you won't find her out on that ledge. She's now well aware that it's better to stay inside with her human and enjoy some cuddles. That's the best idea if you live in a high-rise apartment. But what about cute ones who are, shall we say, more grounded? When walking outside doesn't lead to danger, but leads to fun. This is the tale. That is the story of Nikki, an audacious cute one. Just about every day it's nice outside, you can find Nikki out exploring, following some creative shortcuts, en route to a secret mission. Don't tell her owners, but Nikki is a super secret scrouge. Going from neighbor to neighbor, pretending she is a poor, pathetic, starving kitty. Today she is visiting Mrs. May. Mission accomplished. Nikki is an intrepid traveler, and every day is full of adventure. But before the sun goes down, it's back to her home and the lap of luxury. Playful pussycats are so much fun, but be careful. If you're busy and start to ignore your adorable cute one, they can get bored. And a bored kitty is going to figure out how to amuse themselves. Sometimes this can lead to trouble. Look at this cute, clever kitty. She's smart enough to figure out how to make a break for it. Trial and error leads to success. Freedom. And what does a kitty on the loose think is just about the most fun ever? I bet you can guess. Let those natural hunting instincts kick in. On the prowl, this brave little cute one is looking high and low for something delicious to chase and to eat. Mousies beware. Here comes a house cat, channeling her inner jungle cat. She wants something big and juicy to munch on. But what's this? Alright, a bug isn't so delicious, but still fun to practice your moves on. But on this particular day, Kitty finds something really big. My, doesn't that peacock look tasty, she's thinking. Unfortunately, a human intervenes before the cat does something she'd regret. That wouldn't have been very cute. But if we want to talk about cute, well, maybe the queen of cute is the newborn kitten. After being born, kittens are totally dependent on their mom for survival. They have a great appetite right away, but it usually takes over a week before they even open their eyes. After about 2 weeks, kittens quickly develop and begin to explore the world outside the nest. A couple of weeks later, they begin to eat solid food and grow adult teeth. Then wow, they get a taste of the big, wide, wonderful world outside. So the list of reasons why we should love cats is long. But if you need more proof, scientific studies suggest that cat owners are less likely to die of heart attacks. Also, cats can lower our blood pressure, relieve stress, improve immune function, and even release oxytocin, a chemical associated with the feeling of being in love. So we all have to agree that cats are simply a wonderful, world-class cute one. There are very few cute ones as adorable as a baby kitten. And they grow up to become lovable, loyal friends. There's no denying the special bond between people and our pets. Sometimes we even think they're people too. But don't forget, kittens are still filled with all the instincts of everyone in the cat family. They naturally love to stalk and hunt and roam their territory like a majestic lion or tiger. There's just something so wonderful about snuggling with your favorite fur person. The way they purr and nudge you, asking for more loving. Growing up, playing and frolicking, let's learn everything we can to help our kittens live long and happy lives as our most pampered cute ones. In just about every town, in just about every neighborhood, you'll find all kinds of people and pets living together in harmony. And inside this house, there's a big surprise. No, not the nice furniture. Look more closely. Yes, there. Welcome to the big, beautiful world, little kittens. Have you ever seen anything so cute and so vulnerable? Dear little cute ones. Right now, these newborn tabby kittens are still deaf and blind, and so they're totally dependent on their mother for survival. Mom feeds them her delicious, nutritious milk as they all huddle together for warmth and a comfortable nap. When kittens are first learning to eat, instinct tells them to knead mom's stomach to get as much milk as possible. That's some milk bar. And mom cat is doing more than just giving her cute newborns a bath. Licking also helps stimulate the baby to grow. And she's also encouraging good digestion and elimination too. It's a tried and true method for kitten raising. And the cuddly kitties double in weight the first week. By around week 2, their eyes begin to open, but their vision is still a little bit blurry. This is when the kittens also start to develop their sense of smell and realize they're not alone in the world. They've got a bunch of brothers and sisters. Hey you, wait your turn. In just another week or 2, their eyes and ears are fully open. And you can see in their adorable faces, they think the world seems pretty wonderful. Kittens usually have blue eyes at birth, but they usually change color as they get older. As their hearing starts to improve, their cute little ears begin to stand up, and loud noises may scare them. Of course, they still like to eat a lot. Take plenty of naps. And they're beginning to play with each other. And that sweet purring starts. When they're about 6 weeks old, that's the best time to start getting kittens used to people. They call it socialization, a fancy word for learning to be friends. And there isn't a more adorable friend than a little kitten. If you want to make friends with a kitten, this is a good present for them. They love to bat around the soft balls of yarn. And it comes to them instinctively. That means no one has to teach a kitten to play like this. When your little fuzzball starts to stray away from mom, be careful. They are silly little tricksters and very curious about the world around them. If you're missing your kitten, don't be surprised to find them in the most unusual places. It's typical for a cat to sleep between 12 to 16 hours a day, but that's not because they're lazy. As predators, cats learn when they're very, very little to take long, long snoozes so that when it's time to be awake and hunting, they have plenty of energy. And even though these house cats will probably never have to hunt for themselves, they still like to act like they are big, brave kings and queens of the jungle. If you want to help your kitten grow up big and strong, give them lots of toys to play with. It helps their body and their mind too. The toys can also satisfy that natural drive to hunt. But this kitty wants more. She's getting very curious about what she sees outside that window. As she gets older, she yearns for a taste of those wide open spaces. I think she's dreaming about all the exciting new adventures she could be having. Sometimes, if people live in the big city, they might not want to let their kitty out by itself. It looks a little silly, but even spunky little kitties can learn to go for a walk on a leash. And just like most cute cats, as soon as she finally goes out, she wants to come back in again. Do you ever notice how kitties always seem to be on the wrong side of every door? And then, of course, more purring and snoozing. Country cats have it a lot easier. They don't need a leash, and once they're outside, they have a lot of freedom to explore all the wonderful and fun things there are to do outside. But whether they're a country kitty climbing and scratching and playing, or a city cat relaxing in the yard, they all grow up to be lovable, huggable pets. Let's go back to the neighborhood and see if anyone else has something cute for us to see. How about here? Oh yes, more kittens. These Bengal kittens are already a few weeks old and can see and hear. You see their beautiful spots and stripes? They almost look like leopards. These cuties are a special breed called Bengal cats, a mix between an honest-to-goodness Asian leopard and a domestic pussycat. Up until now, these guys have been happy playing just in their nursery box. But now they're starting to get curious and figure out how to escape into a whole house full of adventures. You can see even at their tender age that they are channeling the leopard inside them. They stick together exploring the house, their strength in numbers, and it makes them feel more comfortable when encountering these strange new experiences. They also get a chance to test their claws by climbing the couch. The Bengals are definitely getting in touch with their wild side. But being a hunter can get pretty tiring. Aren't they so adorable, all snuggling together? Such sweet little faces. But wait a minute. Is that prey? Look how they watch, almost like someone is conducting them. They're cautious at first, but then they strike. It may just be a cat toy, but they get a chance to really act on those hunting instincts. When they are weaned from their mother and ready for some real adventure, two of the Bengal kittens are packed up in a special carrier. It's their first car ride. And when it's over, there's a brand new home just for them. The new owners open the carrier carefully and let the kittens decide when they are ready to join their new family. Of course, they're kind of fraidy cats at first. That's only natural. You can't blame them. One brave kitten breaks the ice and heads out. She encourages her sibling to join the expedition. That shag carpet feels really nice. They don't seem to get the concept of a tent. But a countertop is fun, especially since cats love to be up high where they can see everything around them. That's part of their hunter instinct too, even if their hunting ground is just a kitchen. And here's something new to explore. The kitten investigates the bucket by climbing inside. This cute one is truly the ruler of the house now. There's room for everyone, and in the tent too. They almost look like they're ready to go kitty camping. This new home is going to be all right. But soon they start having too much fun. Bengals are definitely not a laid-back cat. Like a lot of us, when they don't have enough to do, they can get into all kinds of mischief. If you're thinking about getting a Bengal kitten, think like this smart owner here. She's brought home a special kitty puzzle box to challenge her crazy kittens. One of the kitties is curious about the puzzle right away. She starts sticking her paws in the holes and quickly figures out that there are fun toys inside. She gets the hang of the puzzle right away. Her brother, on the other hand, isn't a puzzle fan. And now that you're up there, Brother Cat, how in the world are you going to get down? I know. Jump. Later that evening, after the humans go to bed, a security camera in the house shows us that it's playtime for the kitties. This is what the cute ones do when they don't think we're looking. Uh-oh, someone left the water on. And the kittens quickly turn the sink into their very own personal water park. I hope they don't think they're going to find some fish in there. Of course, when it's daytime, they act so innocent, like water is just for drinking. But that night, it's all fun and games when kittens are in charge. Forget about fancy cat toys. Get me a roll of toilet paper. This is exactly why you don't leave kitties alone in the bathroom. Even in broad daylight, these fluffy, mischievous cats like shredding it. But there is something about doing it at night when they know they're being bad that just makes everything seem more fun. The next morning, you'd think they'd be all tuckered out. But no, the window blinds are the next victim of the attack of the super cute Bengal kittens. Some cats still get a chance to really use their hunting instincts. These kittens were just born on a farm. Like the other cats we've met, they love togetherness and eat and sleep close to each other and their mother to keep them warm and happy. The farmhouse kitties look so sweet. Look at those tiny little faces. They're almost too cute. And like their city cousins, after a few weeks they can see and hear. And then head out to explore their surroundings. But these surroundings are very different. This brave kitten is either hunting or maybe just trying to make friends. But the duck is not interested. It makes her feelings known. The kitty seems like she's wondering why the big duck doesn't want to play with her. The other ducks come over and let the cute one know that only 2 legs and webbed feet belong in this part of the barn. They shoo our intrepid little friend away. So she goes to see if Mr. Sheep will be friendlier. The sheep are busy, but some of their little lambs are curious about the new furball on the block. They come over to have a sniff and a little meet and greet. Then it's right back to Mom to tell her about the new friends they've made. As the kittens grow, they accompany the older farm cats on hunting trips to learn how it's done. The humans hope the cats will become valuable farm hands and hunt for mice and other rodents. Some farmers believe they should underfeed the cats so they're hungry and want to hunt. But hungry cats are not healthy and don't have the energy to be great hunters. A well-fed cat will hunt to please and reward their loving owner. As our heroes get older, they learn their way around the farm. They get to know all the other animals living there and learn how to get along. Even though cats are now domesticated creatures, they still act like felines in the wild, whether they're in a suburban yard or on a farm. They stalk prey and mark their territory, just like their cat cousins. These new farm cats are able to go hunting and catch food for themselves without any help. These once tiny kittens successfully adjust to farm life. And help the farmer by eliminating the troublesome rodents and pests. It's a win-win situation for these cute ones. Here's a funny story about a real-life kitty who makes her home here in a very nice, neat part of town. Let's call her the Suburban Cute One. She doesn't mind hanging around inside, but don't let her calm exterior fool you. This cute cat is a thrill seeker. She's always looking out at the world from her perch in the living room. And what this sweet kitty likes most is when her owner lets her roam around outside. And believe it or not, this soft, cuddly cat has become the goodwill ambassador of the neighborhood. Every day, this cute one makes the rounds. She knows how to safely navigate the local gardens and enjoys patrolling through everyone's backyards. And chilling on a garden wall, surveying what she thinks of as her domain. She loves climbing trees, and using the kitty cam, we can see exactly what it looks like to be way up in the treetops from a cat's point of view. Whoa! Now watch just how clever this cuddlepuss can be. Of course, there might be a tasty little mouse in the garden, but why bother going to all that trouble of hunting when all you have to do is sneak in the back door of your neighbor's house? What a life. So many snacks and so much love from everyone in the neighborhood. But there's no place like home. There are a few important tips if you'd like to raise an outdoor cat like our cute friend here. Feed your cat on a schedule. This lets you predict his habits, know if there's anything wrong, and free yourself from worry. keep your cat inside at night. Even though cats see well in the dark, they still have a greater chance of encountering danger from cars or even wild animals that are more active at night. Also, spay or neuter your outside cat. Be sure they have an ID tag. And take them to the vet regularly for vaccinations and checkups. You might want to even think about getting them chipped. Of course, it's always safer to keep your cat inside. But there's no denying that kittens are born with those hunting instincts. And if you're a careful owner, they can enjoy the outside and still come home to be your loving, cute one.